Hey everybody, my name is Greg Pear. I'm the CollX Level 2 Ambassador Coordinator. My job is to review applications and onboard new ambassadors. So if you're watching this video, more than likely we have chatted on the app and we have emailed back and forth. So welcome thus far to this point in your stage of onboarding as a CollX Ambassador. What we're going to do is talk about some of the requirements, what's expected, how to go about onboarding. If at the end of the video this is something that's not for you, that's cool. No harm, no foul. Just simply drop me an email. But we're going to talk about some of the requirements and dive right in. Please do not fast forward through this video, as there will be a quiz at the end and you'll need to complete that quiz in order to complete your onboarding. Then and only then, after I review that, will you be officially recognized as a CollX ambassador. So let's dive in and get going. Like I said, we're going to review expectations. I'm going to check out your homepage. More than likely, I may have already done that, suggested a few tweaks, make sure everything is pro CollX on your homepage and warm and friendly. I'm going to explain first-time seller deals. One of the things as an ambassador that you are charged with is to engage first-time sellers. So you will be the first-time buyer from that first-time seller. We're going to talk about that process and how we want you to engage first-time sellers. We're going to explain Discord and Social Ladder. Those are communication tools that we use as ambassadors. I'm going to invite you to a weekly ambassador call. That is so insightful. You'll get to hear from co-founder Ted Mann and our CEO, who will let us peek under the engine, talk about upcoming features and some neat things. That's always very enlightening. We're going to submit the Google form. That's the quiz at the end of this video, to make sure you paid attention and watched and have everything set to go. Then I'll assign you to a CollX ambassador team, another level 2 ambassador. You'll join their private chat room on the app, and you can talk and ask questions as far as best tips and techniques about being an ambassador. So let's dive in, talk about these expectations. We want you to educate, refer, promote the app, sell on the app, buy on the app, test new product features. Regarding buying on the app, again, we're going to talk about engaging with first-time sellers. All the while, we want you to do this with the heart of a teacher. Once you become an ambassador, you're not a policeman, you're not necessarily a watchdog. You don't turn into a jerk and use your ambassador badge to strong-arm deals. All along, we want you to have the heart of a teacher and represent the brand with that heart of a teacher mentality and approach. And it starts with your homepage, with your bio. Is your bio warm and inviting? So here, take a look at mine. CollX Ambassador, we want you to put that on your bio. I take great pride in accurate descriptions, fair pricing, great packing. I use envelopes and bubble mailers. I'm always open to reasonable offers. Be sure and follow me as I'm adding new cards. Happy collecting. Is yours warm and inviting? We'll take a look at that. The other thing, obviously, shipping is right here. Hopefully your shipping settings are set to the white envelope and the bubble mailer. We highly, highly, highly recommend using the CollX labels and the CollX tracking, especially if you're going to be an ambassador. It's just the activity that we encourage regarding shipping because of the accountability, and it lets everyone see exactly where the package is. Also, please check your pricing. Please check your scans for accuracy. We all know that sometimes a card may get scanned in and it may list the wrong parallel, or we've all run across users who have $1,000 card, price tag that's really only a $5 card. Let's not be those people. Make sure your pricing is as accurate as possible. Of course, you can ask anything you want for a card, but let's be reasonable. All right, this may be news to you. You will receive $100 in credit. This is a one-time gift, a one-time receiving of $100 in credit once you complete your ambassador onboarding. Woohoo! Now, read the second part of this. It is to be used to engage first-time sellers. And I'm going to walk you through that process right now because this is very important. This is what we want you to concentrate that $100 credit on. So, we're going to go after first-time sellers. Here's how we do this. Check the main feed. People are listing cards for sale. That means they're active. So you might click on someone. Oh, Matt Olbrys. And when we're approaching and possible first-time sellers, you look at the number of cards sold and the shipping settings. Now, what's cool about this, I'm going to show you in just a minute, you're going to get reimbursed for the money that you spend with a first-time seller. So that's exciting. Oh, Matt has 2 cards sold. Well, he doesn't qualify for reimbursement for a first-time seller deal. I don't want to use my $100 credit when I'm not going to get credit back. So his shipping settings are set. That's great. So on to the next guy. Oh, man, I don't see a lot of people on the feed. Well, guess what? There's another place where you can locate first-time sellers as well. I'm going to refer back to the welcome email several times. In the welcome email that I sent, it says how to utilize the first-time sellers. So if you click on that link, it opens up a real-time Excel spreadsheet that lists thousands and thousands of users. Look at this, there's 2,000 pages, and if you click on a link, you are going to maybe find another person. So what are we looking for? Oh, look, this person has 0 cards sold. They need help with their shipping. Ding, 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 that's a potential candidate. Now it's time to engage the process here to reach out to them, hopefully buy a card for them, and even more importantly, get reimbursed for that purchase from you. I'm going to show you how all that works. So 0 sales, their shipping settings need work. All right, this is a quiz question. Creating and sending a hello message to these potential first-time sellers. Here's what mine sounds like. Please write your own. It's a quiz question. Don't just copy and paste mine. Put it in your voice with your wording. But the trick is to use notes and copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. I do 10 or 12 an hour of these. I'll find a potential first-time seller and I'll copy and paste this from my notes section on my iPhone or my Android. Hello, I'm CollX Ambassador Greg here, wanting to help you with your first sale if you're ready. I'll walk you through changing any default settings for shipping, show you how a transaction works, where to find the shipping labels that CollX provides for you. I'd like to make an offer on 1 or 2 of your cards and walk you through. Can I be your first customer? Now, I don't really care what cards I'm buying. I'm not, oh my gosh, it's not my PC, so that doesn't work. Again, I'm going to show you in just a second. These cards are going to end up being free for you, and you can use those cards to sell. But let's talk about that in just a second. Now, a person may say, yeah, I'm ready to sell. Okay, we need to work on your shipping settings. Heart of a teacher, heart of a teacher, heart of a teacher. Here's what I send next. Copy and paste. CollX recommends to set your shipping settings to buy or pay shipping and make sure envelope is selected. Most buyers are accustomed to paying their shipping. Another advantage is CollX generates the label, it adds tracking and prints the label using the postage that the buyer paid for. I paid for this. And to get the shipping settings, hit the gear icon on the top right, seller tools, and edit set exactly like the picture. Notice that I then send a screenshot of what my shipping settings are set. We are the heart of a teacher. We are walking them through the sales process. Put yourself back several months back when you made your first sale. Man, where do I find all this stuff? You've got to simply walk them through. Side note, you might notice that I've got my raw top loader weight up to 0.6 ounces because if a person buys 2 cards, it automatically kicks it from 1 ounce to 2 ounces, an extra 15 cents cost, but it lets me sneak in some extra freebie cards. 1 card in the top loader, it would only be a 1 ounce postage. That still lets me put in 1 or 2 freebie cards. So that's why I've got that pumped up just a little bit higher so I can include some free cards. All right, so yep, I got my shipping settings set. Great. Then I want you to put together a deal and send an offer. And I say this verbiage. I just sent a full price offer, hit accept, and I will pay. In my opinion, if you're trying to engage a first-time seller, it's not the time to really barter over a $5 or $10 card. Explain the money. Hey, payment sent, you should see it under my money is pending. CollX holds it until I receive order, then moves it to your balance. At that time, you can spend it on the app, go buy some more cards, or if you need to, transfer it to a bank account. But we're explaining the process. Then I go, do you see your money? Yep, I got it. Then I explain the shipping, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. Now at the bottom of the order, choose download shipping label and print. Tape it to an envelope and mail. Please use a top loader to protect cards. Some people even wrap them in the packing list, which you can print. Be sure and mark as shipped. Please let me know that you found the label that I paid for. And again, I send this screenshot right here as far as where you can find the shipping label. I send that screenshot to them. Then just again, first time seller, I say, here's how I ship cards. You can do whatever you want, but top loader, I tape mine between a couple of index cards or a greeting card, and then I tape the label to the envelope. Remember to print and use the label I paid for. That provides the tracking for both of us to stay informed on the status of shipping. Copy and paste, heart of a teacher, walk them through the entire process. Now, remember I said you're going to get reimbursed for these first-time seller deals. You can do as many first-time seller deals as you want. You know, there is no limit. You're going to get reimbursed. Here are the deal specifics in order to get reimbursed. So remember, CollX, we're going to give you $100 credit upon completing the onboarding. So I try to keep my deals to $10 because that's, look at bullet point number 3, CollX will reimburse us up to $10 for a deal. It can be 1 card, 2 cards, 3 cards, 4 cards. The deal must be with 0 sales, so it's got to be a first-time seller. Must be at least $5, not including postage. You will be reimbursed for up to $10. If you buy a $14 or $15 deal, CollX is just going to reimburse you up to $10. However, we don't want to burn through that free $100 credit. So what I would do if I bought a $12 card, I would use $10 of CollX credit because I know that I'm going to be reimbursed for $10, and then I'll go and use $2 of my own money for that. That way I keep my credit fresh and I keep my deals straight at $10. I know that when I get a card in, I'm going to get reimbursed for $10. And so again, you can do a $100 deal if you want. Just know that $10 is going to get reimbursed. We don't want you burning through that credit. We want to keep that $10 perpetually going. Now, one other aside note, which is just fine with us because we're getting all these free cards, you will get reimbursed less the cost of shipping. So if you put together a $10 deal and the deal is whatever, $9 deal and you pay 75 cents shipping, $9.75 is the total. I go ahead and use my entire, $10 $9.75 CollX credit. When I get the reimbursement, it's just going to reimburse $9 as opposed to the shipping. Small price to pay for all of these nice cards that CollX is letting us purchase. Sometimes after crickets, you jump through all these hoops and you pay the person, and they may get seller's remorse, check with their parents, oh, I can't sell. Sorry, I'm not going to sell afterwards. Please know that if it is with a first-time seller, CollX knows that on the back end. They will automatically refund the cost of that deal after 30 days. You don't have to bother customer support and say this person never shipped. After 30 days, it'll automatically mark as completed and you'll get reimbursed. If you need your funds sooner than that, then you can turn in a support request by screenshotting the order number and sending it in. But I try not even to bother customer support that much. So again, explaining how this whole machine works. Use CollX credit to buy from a first-time seller. Here come these cards. Okay, I set the cards aside. I sell those free cards, which turn into cash. I use that cash to increase my PC, my personal collection. I use that cash to buy higher dollar cards. The credit that I get it gets reimbursed from these cards, it's just repeating the process over and over and over again. So in essence, we have a perpetual free card vending machine courtesy of CollX. Of course, less the shipping costs. So what do? We're encouraging you to get 10 first-time seller deals a month. I bust it the first 5 days of the month. Copy and paste my message. Hello, ambassador here. Do you want to sell? I'll help you with the settings. All those. I might do that in the first 5 days of the month. I'm going to bust all those out, get my deals made. So I'm spending down my $100 of credit down to zero. First 5 days of the month, wait for the mail to come in. Here comes the mail. Oh, mark is received. You got reimbursed. Mark is received. 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 By the end of the month, I've got my 90 or 95 or $100 credit back, and I do it all over again next month. So I've got a perpetual, never-ending cycle of credit courtesy of CollX. Pretty cool deal. Now, again, you can do as many deals as you want. You'll just have to dig into your own cash, but you will get reimbursed for as many deals as you want to do. And so, again, we're talking about roughly 10 deals a month. Do it all over again next month. Hopefully that makes sense on that perpetual machine there. So you've got $100 there. Now, a couple of other things with regard to onboarding. Discord. On the onboarding, we want you to join Discord. When you click on that link, you have to accept the invite. So accept the invite, and when you accept the invite, you'll get inside of Discord. It's kind of like a Facebook per se. It's for ambassadors only. This is a quiz question. When is our weekly webinar? If you get into Discord, the answer is under the weekly webinar tab. It will show you when it'll be, the meeting is, what time, and that is a quiz question. It also kind of tricks you into having to jump into Discord. You'll say hello to fellow ambassadors. Please be courteous in here. Sometimes it gets a little chippy, but just please be courteous inside of Discord when you're asking your questions. You don't have to go in there and badmouth other users or things like that. So just be, again, heart of a teacher in everything that we do. The other thing I want you to do is join Social Ladder. Again, it is right here. Join Social Ladder. How to earn more ambassador credit on Social Ladder. When you click on Social Ladder, use the email that you used on your application. You have to accept the invite. When you get in Social Ladder, you can earn points for challenges. Available only to ambassador. What's a challenge? Oh, post a positive comment or a review on social media and you earn 10 points. Accumulate 25 cards sold, earn 10 points. Wear a cap or a shirt to a sporting event, earn 15 points. Those are all easy things that you can earn points. And when you hit 100 points, guess what? There's a button that says turn in 100 points, and guess what it turns into? It turns into $100 more of ambassador CollX credit. And so you're going to get 100 when you first complete this onboarding. You can immediately, while you're waiting for me to review your quiz and your badge and that to happen, you can immediately jump on Social Ladder, and most of you will be able to complete challenges to get to 100 points pretty quickly. So you could jump right in with $200 worth of credit. And again, if you do 20 $10 deals, man, that's 20 free cards, $200 worth of free cards that you can just start this churn, this thing going. Use the free cards to sell for your PC. No limit to the number of deals. I keep them to $5 or $10 because that's the window that CollX reimburses. Up to $10. But look at some of these easy challenges. Accumulate 250 seller ratings. Accumulate 100 buyer ratings. Accumulate 25 buyer ratings. Accumulate 1,000 followers. Those are all challenges that I've earned points for. So jump into Social Ladder and you can get that going right now. So Completing your onboarding, here's what you need to do. When you're finished watching this video, submit the Google form. That's the quiz, that's the questionnaire. If this sounds like this is for you. If I've overwhelmed you and you have no desire to do first-time seller deals, then ambassadorship is probably not for you at this point. And that's cool. Just drop me an email and say, Greg, I've reconsidered. So you can immediately join Discord and Social Ladder while you're waiting for me to review your quiz. You'll probably want to join those first because you'll find some quiz answers within there. Go ahead and start on the challenges. Start submitting. Guess who reviews the challenges? I do. So I'll be able to start rewarding you with some points. I'm going to review your form. If everything looks good, I'm going to assign you to another level 2 CollX ambassador. You're going to be on their team. You'll join their private chat room on the app. That's where you'll ask your questions. I'm having trouble with postage. My first time sellers aren't doing this. What can I tweak? That's where you'll join the team's chat room and get a bunch of great answers. Then, while you're doing that, you're waiting about 72 hours for me to review your quiz and get your credit and your badge issued. I don't do that. I pass that up the food chain once your onboarding is complete. So that's why we say about 72 hours. Final instructions. I shouldn't have to say this, but again, from prior experience, some rogue ambassadors early on, months and months and years ago before there was formal onboarding, just turn a little chippy. Maintain the heart of a teacher at all times. Always take the high road. If someone is cussing you out because of a price or a deal, it is not your job to get back into a shouting match with them. Just say, I'm sorry you feel that way. Screenshot the conversation, send it to support, they will be reprimanded. It's not your job to reprimand. So we want you to report rather than police. Sure, look at a situation, and if you see some misbehavior, screenshot it, send it to support. Uphold and promote the CollX brand. So I'll do a final check. On your homepage, I don't want you saying, check out my Whatnot show every Thursday. We don't care if you sell on Whatnot. We don't care if you sell on eBay. But as an ambassador now, we don't want you promoting other apps. We want people spending their time on CollX. I mean, that's free and simple. You're getting all these free cards. You're getting credit. We don't want you sending people off app. Goes without saying, we don't want you accepting payment off app. Our AI will catch that, and you will be banned if that happens. No multiple accounts or self-dealing. What does that mean? We've had ambassadors set up 2 or 3 or 4 different accounts under different emails, and they're buying and selling and trading with each other to get some of these social ladder challenges and credit. And again, we can tell that there are multiple accounts per device. We know which device you are using on the app. Don't share ambassador perks. We want you joining because you have a heart of a teacher and want to promote the app and want to promote the hobby. And again, wait 72 hours to become an official ambassador. That gives me time to review and to get your badge and your credit in the works. And your badge will show up after about 72 hours. That's it. It's time for you to get busy on the quiz. I hope you've gleaned some good information here. If I haven't hit everything, hit me up with an email, and I look forward to reviewing and getting you onboarded as a CollX ambassador. In the meantime, enjoy the hobby and happy CollXing.